All right, so a lot of folks were asking me on Saturday night's live stream, what's the next step in the lockout? The meetings between the players' union and the owners and whatnot. Well, I have some news for you. It's breaking news. And MLB Players Union is submitting their major economic counterproposal today. Okay, that's significant. That's fantastic. Okay, and we'll see how quickly the owners respond and what type of offer it is. I mean, the major components have already been kind of back and forth negotiated and discussed. Some things have, been agreed upon, or some concessions were made on both sides, but there's still, a couple of miles apart. Not 1,000 miles apart like they were before, but they're still miles apart. And keep in mind, I mean, the pitchers and catchers report day is February 16th, so that's just a little over 2 weeks away. And if an agreement isn't made in the next couple of days to end the lockout, then not only are we going to have a delay to spring training, because there's almost 300 free agents that have not been signed yet. Teams are going to have to fill out their rosters and whatnot and all this other thing. But if an agreement isn't made by pitchers and catchers reporting day, then the season's likely going to be delayed. So a lot of progress is going to have to be made over the next 2 or 3 days, or at the very least this week. They're going to have to come to an agreement. Otherwise, things are going to get delayed. Bottom line, period. Now, when this news comes out later today, I will break it to you. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, do that right now. Don't leave without subscribing, and hit the bell icon as well, because once this thing ends and free agency ramps up, I'm going to put out every piece of free agency news there is and trade news there is, okay? And obviously, I'll put out the updated video later on today about what the counter proposal is and the components to it. There's still some major pieces where they're far apart with each other, and the threshold levels for penalty and payroll. So, and there's quite a few other things too. Arbitration time to free agency and whatnot, and these are some of the big things. I know universal DH has been discussed and a bunch of other components, and they made some concessions on both sides over the last week or two, but there's still big pieces of the puzzle that have not been assembled yet. So I will put it out later on today. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. But today's the big day that the MLB Players Union put out their big proposal. So I'll keep it coming. Talk to you next time.